The people of the Dominican Republic have one all-consuming passion in life. Pelota, or baseball, is a national obsession. An entire country eagerly awaits the start of the Winter League, which runs from October to January.
It's the same passion people feel for soccer. They shout, they jump, and go crazy.
We team owners are fanatics too. That's why there's so much passion and interest.
It's hard to put into words, but for me, baseball means love. Love for the game. It's something that you just feel. You don't quite understand why, it's just incredible.
To find out more, Transworld Sport headed to this Caribbean nation, which has a population of 10 million. Everywhere we went, we found people incredibly passionate about baseball and discovered more about the immense pool of talent here. Throughout the Dominican Republic, enthusiastic young peloteros dream of playing in North America's Major League Baseball. Raul Gonzalez runs one of the many junior leagues in the capital, Santo Domingo, for youngsters aged between 8 and 18.
Here at the Juan Pablo Duarte Olympic Center, there are 62 leagues alone. There are a mixture of programs and clubs. In the whole of this district, the district of Santo Domingo, there are 103 leagues. There are many regional baseball associations throughout the entire country. Every state and every village has its own association.
Baseball isn't just an after-school activity here, and there's a strict selection process to find the best players early on.
We have a grouping system. From the ages of 11 to 12, we start to divide teams into 3 categories, A, B and C. We move boys up to the best teams as they develop. The team in category A would be the strongest. Those boys are the best athletes. Boys on the B team are less advanced as players. We monitor the players' development constantly and move them into the appropriate category.
For the youngsters, playing for the A team is just the first step on the way to turning their baseball dreams into reality. 14-year-old catcher Brian Moya.
Some dream of playing in the major leagues. Others dream about getting into the Hall of Fame. Basically, everybody's dream in this sport is to go a long way. We all want to break records and achieve great things. Some want to play in the Winter League here at home. They want to feel and hear the love and support of their own people.
28 out of 30 Major League Baseball teams have an academy in the country. Around 10% of all MLB players hail from the Dominican Republic. Baseball is a lucrative business for this nation, contributing over $125 million to the economy and even outperforming the income from sugar exports. Some 450 Dominican players are signed by MLB teams every year. Naturally, before any player gets into an MLB academy, they need to be discovered first. The scouting system in the Dominican Republic is flawed and has been criticized for exploiting young players. There are local academies run by buscones, or talent searchers, who develop a promising player from a young age with the sole aim of getting him to sign with a major league team.
Our goal is to prepare a boy to become a professional baseball player. It's an investment. When he signs a contract, he pays a percentage of his fee to us. From the moment the player joins the program and starts improving his qualities, he gets evaluated. He becomes eligible to sign a contract when he reaches the age of 16 years and 6 months. But the boys are already being monitored as potential Major League Academy material when they're 13, 14 and 15.
A lot of these boys come from humble backgrounds. Becoming a professional baseball player is a chance to escape poverty. The stakes are high for all involved, as some players can get offered millions and the Buscones pocket a very generous cut. The popularity of baseball runs so deep in Dominican society that boys from all socio-economic backgrounds have dreams of becoming a professional player one day. Brian Nunez comes from a middle-class family.
Baseball is an adventure. It's a risk you take. You need to put your studies on hold and only go to school one day a week, because you need to dedicate all your time to baseball. School is every day, but you need to train every day too. I'm at a very important stage right now. I'm just before the moment when you take your first step into the world of professional baseball. Once you sign a contract, you move into that professional category, and from then on, step by step, you go on until you reach the pinnacle of baseball, the MLB.
Brian hopes to play for his favourite team, the Boston Red Sox, one day. The 16-year-old will soon find out what his fate is going to be. For many boys his age, the sacrifice in neglecting their studies can prove too much of a gamble if they don't get signed.
Brian loves baseball. We are hoping that he becomes a great player one day. That would be great. But if he doesn't get to sign with the team, that would be fine too, because he's our son and we support him. Brian has loved baseball ever since he was little, but he's also a good student. He's a good son, and we would want him to continue in his studies if he doesn't manage to get a contract.
Playing in the US was once an unattainable goal for Dominican players. 83-year-old Emilio Cookie Cordova has witnessed all the changes and developments since the 1950s. Cookie is a renowned sport historian and journalist.
In the past, our parents didn't let us play the game because they thought baseball was a sport for tigers. We call tigers the bad boys that run up and down the streets committing petty crimes. That's all changed now, though. Today, parents want their children to become professional players so that they can earn all those dollars on offer in the US.
Baseball was introduced here in 1866 by Cuban dock workers who'd learnt the game from American sailors. But it wasn't until 1956 that Ozzie Virgil became the first Dominican to play Major League Baseball. In 1983, Juan Marichal, who played for the San Francisco Giants throughout the 60s and early 70s, became the first and so far the only Dominican to enter baseball's Hall of Fame.
American journalists consider him one of the 5 best right-handed pitchers in the history of baseball. We also have Albert Pujol, who bats above 300. There are a lot of great players in the United States.
Founded in 1907, the oldest Dominican baseball team are Los Tigres del Licey from Santo Domingo. At the beginning of a new season, teams in the Dominican League have to comply with strict rules when it comes to signing players. Licey president Fernando Ravello explains.
We can sign free agents or players who have already played in the Dominican leagues. We do this through the help of a draft. The draft is organised 2 months before the season starts, and we choose Dominican players who have played organised baseball, either in the main league here or for at least half a season in the A class.
6 teams make up the Dominican Winter League, and there are more than 100 players entered into the draft every year.
The draft system has helped us balance the league because every team has the opportunity to choose good players. The draft is a very important tool for our competitiveness and the only way we can keep our players. We can sign free agents who have previously belonged to a different Dominican team and who have been released to sign again with another team in the league.
When Transworld Sport was in town, Licey were getting ready to face Águilas Cibaeñas from Santiago. Licey have won 22 national titles, more than any other team. With 20 national titles, Águilas are the second most successful team in the land. And the games between these two are known as Dominican baseball's El Clasico. American Dean Traynor was Licey's manager for the 2012 season.
The level of competition here is really equivalent to AAA Major League Baseball in the States. I had no idea of Licey Aguilas, the rivalry and how big it is on the island. And when we went up there for the first time this season, the place was full. I think it was on a Sunday, and the intensity and the crowd and the fans, it's just, the intensity level is as high as anywhere I've ever been.
The matches between Licey in white and Aguilas are always fierce contests and a testament to the quality of Dominican baseball. In addition to the home-based talent in the league, many Dominican players who earn their living in the US return home to play in the Winter League. Kansas City Royals infielder Miguel Tejada is on the Aguilas roster.
I am respected as a player in the United States thanks to my training here in the Dominican League, where I learned to become an aggressive player and a winner. I come here every year and, God willing, will continue coming.
The Dominican scouting system is far from perfect and open to criticism. But the bottom line is that this country continues to produce outstanding baseball players who go on to star in the MLB. On this occasion, Licey managed to beat Aguilas, but surprisingly, the team has since failed to make it to the finals, resulting in Coach Trina's recent dismissal. As the Winter League draws to a close, Dominicans will have to go without their beloved pelota for a while, or at least until the 2013 MLB season gets underway in just a couple of months' time.